Alright, so this is part 2 of July Orchid Update. And we're going to start off with the Stanhopea Negro Violacea Black Tiger, AMOS. And it's doing really well. I potted it up, and it looks like it's an all sphagnum, but it's not. What I did was line the sides and the bottom with sphagnum, and then in the middle is a mixture of perlite, charcoal, bark, and a little bit of sphagnum mixed in. So it's nice and airy in the middle, but it'll help keep some moisture on the outside. Right below it is this Brassavola Little Stars, and then this new growth right here that it matured while I was gone has a little sheath, so we'll see what it does. Right here is a Brassidium Lilian Oka Hawaii, and I got this from Odoms, and I repotted it, and the roots weren't too good on it, but I think it'll do fine. This is the Sarcochilus cross, and while I was gone it had some leaf damage done to it, so I don't know what happened, but the new growth looks fine. I think it might be sunburn. That's probably what it was, because at the time being we didn't have this lattice work to break the sun up, but I think that's what it was. Alright, down below, this is the Brassavola glossea, or now known as the Rhyncholalia glossea, and it has a new growth coming on it. That's cool. Behind it is one of my blue Cattleyas, and I repotted this before I went, Cattleya intermedia, and it has done so well. I'm so happy with how it's done so far. I'm really proud of it. So I think it's gonna take off, and hopefully we'll have some blooms this year. There's a new growth, and I'm sure there's more to come because they usually come in threes. You can see all this new root growth all through here, so I'm really happy with that. Right next to it is the Yamadara Redland Sunset, and this one decided while I was gone I didn't want it to jump off of its stand and take a fall, and it made it loose in the pot, and my mom tried to repot it, but it really didn't work out too well. So when I got home, I didn't want to totally repot it because it has a lot of new root growth, and so I kind of left it alone, but I kind of made it tighter in the pot, so now it doesn't wobble around. But there's 2 new growths. Hopefully we'll get a sheath from that. We'll see what it does. Below here we have that pink Telomnia, and it's doing well. Behind is the 2 SVO blue Cattleya crosses, and that's one. And this one has a tendency to rot the bulbs because they have very sheathy rhizomes, as you can see here, and it's easy to get water down in there, and then they get trapped, and then it would rot. So it's got 2 new growths, but this pseudobulb I've seen has some browning right there. So if that grows, I'm going to cut around it and place cinnamon in there to try to stop it. But we will see how it does. Next to that is the other one. And I am proud of this, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed because it's doing so much better in this new growth. Look, it had buds, so I know it can bloom. I think it either got too dry or my mom got some water in there and the buds blasted. So we'll see. It's got some new growth coming down at the base, so hopefully the next growth will have some blooms. Up here is my Neophonetia falcatus, and I put them into the kokedama. I am so happy how they turned out. These two are the same. They're just the white Neophoenicia falcata, or Vanda falcata now. They just divided themselves, so I put them in their separate pots. This is the pink variety, one of the pink varieties, and there's the name if you would like to see it. But it has some buds, and over here, we'll see if they make it. Hopefully they will, because I did repot it, so I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see. If they do, that's great. If they don't, oh well. Up top here is one of my Rhincostylus giganteas, and this is the variety Orange. And it's doing really well since I potted it up a couple days ago. I potted all these up a couple days ago. This is the Vanda Hiroshima Choice, and it's doing well. It's losing some of its bottom leaves, but that's okay. That's normal. This is my Phalaenopsis shirleyana, and it's growing this new leaf, and it's doing well. Hopefully it stays that way. This is a Vanda Bruce Evelyn Greer AMAOS by Vanda Mary Motes Dijon, and I'm really excited about this cross, and it's doing really well, so we'll see how it does. This is a Vanda Dissoniana Mary Motes by Marion, and I'm excited about that as well. That has a very nice color to it. This right here is my first ever own homemade mount that I did. It's a Sophronitis cernua, I think that's how you pronounce it. And Wade from Wade's Orchids has this, and he's got it on a mount as well, and he has a big cluster of it. But you can see these leaves are it's a very miniature plant. They're only as big as my thumb, and that's so cute. So hopefully it does well. I think the mount looks very well, so we'll see. This is the other Rhincostylus gigantea that I have, variety spots, and it's doing nice. There's the string of hearts that I got. Then over here is the Rhincordis Bangkok Sunset, and if we look right down here, there's a new root popping out, so that's great. I'm happy about that. And if we turn around here, we're going to finish up what's on this table. This is a Catasetum Tin Dragons SVO by Tin Dragons Wicket. It's about to pop open. So we will have to see what that looks like when it blooms. This one you may not recognize because it's doing so much better. This is a Catasetum Karen Armstrong. And look at these pseudobulbs. They were desiccating, and they plumped up so nicely, and this new growth has done so well. And that's just why I've been gone, so I'm really happy with that. This right here, this Catasetum, is the Palladium Dinner Plate by Palladium Jumbo Green Gold, and it's maturing that growth. Right next to that is the Catasetum Planiceps, and this little keiki is doing very well, but this one is not, but we'll see if this one makes it. This is the Vanda falcata by Vanda Dissoniana Cross, and it was in sphagnum, and you can see all the roots were really bad. So I'm going to pot this up in a hanging basket because I think it'll like that a lot better. It's got one new root tip, so I think it'll do fine once I get it potted up. Back here is my Clarkia After Dark SVO Black Pearl, and this pseudobulb, I'm so proud of it because it has grown so much since I've gotten it. The last thing on the table here is my Vanda Cinderiana, and if we look all the way right here, there's something growing, and I'm most positive it's a root, but you never know. I think it's kind of weird how there's no roots all the way up here, but then this decides to shoot off a root. That's really odd to me. But you know how orchids grow, they do their own thing. But if it is a root, there is plenty of time in the season to get another spike on this. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, another vehicle. So these are my 3 seedlings from Carter and Holmes that are going to be repotted very soon, maybe today if I have time. These are all catasetums left, and this is the catasetum, the other catasetum that Mr. Odom gave me, and I showed my mom how the pollen shoots out of it, and it is a really pretty variety of this cross. It's when it is in like full bloom, it's almost like a, I don't know, it reminds me of like lime soda, and then it has these speckles all over it. It's really cute. We still have this other bud, so when this opens up, hopefully I'll be able to show you what it really looks like. They're both of the catasetums that I got from him are losing their leaves, and that's one because they have just finished blooming, and after they finish blooming, they start to go finish maturing their growth and then dropping their leaves. It isn't time yet for them to drop their leaves, but this is normal, especially because I did ship them, and with shipment it really makes that process even faster. So that's alright, they'll do fine. This is the other catasetum tin dragons that I have, and this is the catasetum Karen Armstrong by Catasetum Lewis and Clark, simply fantastic, and this new growth is doing really well, it looks like, so I'm happy with that. And that's all the orchid updates that I have, but I did want to show you all lastly, these are cut dahlias that I got from my dahlia bed last night. The more that you cut, the more they bloom, so I cut a whole bunch of flowers yesterday, and they look so good. I love these because these are the dinner plate dahlias, and they're as big as a dinner plate, and they're beautiful. And then this is just a little arrangement I did with this gladiola and with this beautiful white dahlia. It's huge. And these purple dahlias over here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you some of the dahlias that I cut from my dahlia bed. Well, I hope you all enjoyed these 2 videos on this July orchid update, and I will talk to you soon, and hopefully the next time will be the catasetum tin dragons that opens up, so we can see what that looks like. Alright guys, well I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.